Hello everyone, my name is Edgar Rilley S, and today I will be explaining to you guys how to use SPLS as a medium to analyze the data that we have collected with the Google Forms. And here is the data that I have collected with my group members here. So there is about 100 sample that I'm taking here, and this is the more final version of it. Okay, so before we go into SPLS, we need to make sure that we save this first into CSV, and then let's name this into okay, and then let's go to SPLS. Okay, so we open up a new project. Sorry, SPLS ALP stats. Okay, so first we import the data that we have taken earlier, which is the SPLS stats terakhir. Then we need to make sure this is all metric because this is all numbers. And make sure that the max and the minimum is also accustomed. Okay. So we go input to import. Here we can see the mean, median, and also standard deviation for the data. Now we create the model first. So for the model, I'm going to choose PLSSEM, and the model name, let's name it Statistics ALP. Okay, next we're gonna draw the latent variables. So for the independent variable, I'll be using price value and also hedonic value. And for the mediator, I'll be using hope. And for the dependent variable, I'll be using trust. So you press shift and oh, sorry, but press shift. Okay, what? Okay, since there is a bit of a bug, let me just erase this. This would be Then don't forget to rename. So since this is P, so it's price value. Then we have hedonic value. We have hope. And also trust. Okay, so first we move this towards the position that we want it to be at. Since this is my independent variable, I'll be putting this here just to make things neater. And the hope right at the middle. And trust. So we would like to connect this with this with this, and this. Don't forget to directly connect it with this. Okay, next we wanna test this with the data that we have already. So first we're gonna calculate this, and we're gonna choose the PLS algo, standardized. So we can check first for the effects that is happening right now. So first let's open up the path coefficiencies, and this is quite okay. It's not that strong, but it's not that weak either. And then we can check for the outer loadings. So we can see here that there is one red. So this is not as reliable and as valid. We can quickly just go erase that first. So earlier it was PV4, so let's erase PV4. We go back and check it again. Okay, so this is all green, so it's all nice and neat. And then next we're gonna go to the reliability test. So here is the reliability test using the three methods that we usually use, which is the Cronbach's alpha, the RHOA, as well as the AVE. So everything seems to be quite strong. They're above 0.5 for the Cronbach and everything else. Next, we're gonna go to the discriminative validity, also going with the HTMT. Is the matrix, and since everything should be below 0.9, but this is very close to 0.9, but it's still okay. Next, for the fifth, for the collinearity test, we want to be looking at below 5 if can. So let's see, there is no multicollinearity, so it's all good. Next, we're gonna move to bootstrapping for the significance test. So for bootstrapping, you wanna choose parallel processing. Okay. So here we go for the path coefficiencies, and we check whether it's already okay. So here we see that it's actually quite off for price to value for the significancies. And then we go back to the outer loadings, in which this is still okay. And we go back to do the R test, F test, and Q test. So we go back to SEM. So for the R test, the percentage is 0.49 and 0.59, which is relatively quite strong for the hope and trust. And then for the F test, hope to price value is actually very low, and the hope to hedonic value is quite high. So overall from the video, we can assume that the correlation between hope and hedonic value is quite high, while the correlation between price value and trust is quite high, while the other remains quite low. Thank you.